All right, thanks, CJ. Well, rising costs in the country and also the lifespan getting longer as time goes by, and many retirees, well, they're headed back to work. Financial planner Colin Evans with the Evans Financial Group joins us in studio with some key points to consider before rejoining the workforce. Colin, good to see you, my friend.
How's it going?
Good, good. Let's talk a little bit about this. You're seeing more and more retirees going back into the workforce. Are there any upsides to rejoining the workforce after you officially retire?
I would say from the retirement side and just the financial side, you're actually being able to delay. You're really kind of being able to stretch those retirement dollars a little bit longer. And that's kind of a little bit of the upside here is, hey, I don't know how long I'm going to live. If I have great, healthy genes in my lifestyle, let's stretch this thing out as long as we possibly can. That's really one of the biggest upsides that we see of it. And going back in for that, that side hustle or that side gig that people are doing.
So how does this affect your Social Security and Medicare if you do go back into the workforce? Is it positive in that aspect or negative or both?
It can be. It can be a little bit of both. One of the things that we need to pay attention to is they got to say, well, how much am I going to be bringing home? If I'm already collecting on Social Security and I've got Medicaid, well, what is this going to do? What is it going to do to my premiums? And what is it going to do what I take home? Is this going to change any taxable situation that I'm in? So this could change taxable thresholds of income that you have coming in. That is something to pay attention to, because if you're getting taxed a little bit too much, it might almost not be worth that side hustle just yet. So that's really something to look at.
Well, those who don't want to retire, is it wrong to not want to retire or not? I mean, I would think it's up to you. I mean, it just depends on financially how you want to live once you retire, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Some people go back to, it's like, I kind of lost purpose, or I lost sense, because if you spend 20, 30, 40 years at a career or your job, that's your identity, and that's what you kind of eat, sleep, and breathe. And all of a sudden we stop that, and what do? What do I need to find something? Find something that gives me purpose or gives me drive, and that can be a challenge for some people. Is it going to be travel throughout retirement, or do I want to find something else that gives me that? We've seen several, even just in our office, of clients that have gone back to work, but they've gone back in like on the contractor side, or we're going in the consulting side for whatever their career was, and they're doing that 2 days a week, because it gives them something else to do instead of sitting around and clicking remotes or golfing or fishing. What do you want to do? That's the beauty of it in retirement, is what do you want to do?
What do you want to do? Well, what kind of planning should be done when leaving retirement and then rejoining the workforce?
Really, you want to just take a look and pay attention to the tax planning side of things. Is this really, how's the Social Security going to affect? Am I taking in from required minimum distributions off of any of these accounts, retirement accounts that I have? And the taxable side of things, is this going to be a big hit or a big affecting of my current financial situation now, as opposed to if I go back to work and choose to, how are we going to be affected over on this side? That's just really a quick conversation that you should have with an advisor and maybe a tax planner, just to double check, say, how is this going to affect me financially?
What would you say, Colin, is the finish line, or does that? And I'm sure that depends on the person too.
You got to understand, and I think the greatest thing of retirement is, it's not the finish line. This is like, what's the next chapter? What do you want to do next? Together, let's make sure your story ends well. And finishing that, put those pieces together, because this is just another part of your journey in life. Don't consider it like, I got to retire and it's all over for me. No, this is another good step, that you have a great opportunity in front of you.
Has inflation affected and pushed more retirees into the workforce, you think, or does that have anything to do with it?
You will see a little bit of that, just because, we all saw this, starting in, right at 2020, when we hit that COVID era, and that inflation pretty much killed us all going into that grocery store. We saw that 7, 8, 9, 10% of rates, and then our fuel costs going through the roof. So that is a big factor, especially in those retirement years when you're on that fixed income. The inflation plays a huge factor in that, and so do taxes. Those are the biggest things that eat away those retirement dollars.
Sounds good. Thanks, Colin. Good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
All right.